I would like to see it. How to start this off? Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Miles. I'm a makeup artist, and I don't know why I keep looking away. And I'm in university studying theater production. Ooh, we love a scholar. I suck at very serious discussions. You know? How... this video is about me being trans, and it's kind of like my coming out story. And it's like my second coming out story. The thing is, I've known for a while, longer than just recently. Like this, I didn't just recently come to the revelation, English. I've known for a while. Today is Thursday, October 3rd. And I can say I've known since end of June of this year. And yeah, so I guess I might as well get into the story. I formally identified as a gay, cisgender, yet non-binary man. And yeah, towards the summertime, I was open to more pronouns. I was open to having all pronouns, as in he, she, they, and them, so on and so forth. As you can imagine, I had all pronouns for a while before I identified as he and him. Now, now I identify as she, her, or they, them as I'm transitioning. Towards the end of my transition, and when I've fully confirmed, when I've fully had operations and everything I've done in my capacity to confirm and come into my womanhood and to kind of settle my dysphoria, I will only be identifying I, she, and her. In June, or towards the end of June, my birthday was June 2nd. I'm a Gemini, so I'm chaotic. Towards the end of June, I was watching Insatiable, I believe. You probably hate me because Insatiable was a really horribly written show, but I was watching Insatiable and the thought of my gender identity for some reason crossed my mind. I do this, well, let me explain something. For like the past 2-3 years, I'll say that I've definitely been living outwardly and not living mindfully. So I've been very reactionary and kind of like thinking out loud and not thinking mindfully, doing mental checks and meditating, none of that. So as you can imagine, I haven't had a discussion with my mind for over a year, even longer. And I just decided to ask myself one night, what do you identify as? And it was interesting because for me, when I ask my mind questions, that's when I always get the most direct and the most sure answer I have. Like, I remember when I was younger and I asked myself, am I gay? And I was so scared to know the answer because I knew what the answer was. And my mind like confirmed it, because when I asked that question, it like warmed my mind. It made me happy asking that question, and I knew the answer, and I thought about living my life as a gay man in elementary school, and that's what made me happy. I could see myself in a future living as a gay man. And this summer, I asked myself that question. When I asked myself, how do I identify? I had no answer. And it was honestly the scariest moment in my life, because like right after I had a panic attack, I had like a mental breakdown. I was crying because I didn't know what the answer was, and it was rough. It was very rough. I could not think straight for the life of me that summer. I could not dedicate myself for the life of me to that summer. I couldn't be consistent. I wanted that summer to be the summer where I grew a lot on social media. I was consistent, but I knew in the back of my mind that something wasn't okay. So lo and behold, I start to meditate, and I start to do some deep thinking and just being more mindful. And then I started realizing I've been suffering with not only body dysmorphia, but like gender dysmorphia for as long as I could remember. I was constantly trying to do that.
Big boobs? What? Child. Anyway, so
I was constantly in the mirror trying to like cinch like my waist with my hands, trying to like push the fat away as if it would disappear. And like that is it probably sounds crazy to a lot of people. Maybe it doesn't, because that wasn't for me. I realized it wasn't just body dysmorphia. If it was just body dysmorphia, then like I wouldn't be the first person to struggle with it. But it never occurred to me that was at the same time me wanting to have a body that I realistically couldn't have. When I do my makeup, I can't believe I didn't realize this before, because like when I would do my makeup, I'd want to achieve a look that just physically wasn't realistic on a day-to-day basis. Like I would use makeup to like carve my face, and now my makeup is like a lot more not natural. Sometimes a lot more natural, but it is a lot more practical in a way. I remember in first year university, which was last year, I was doing drag with my two friends who are very successful now, Aurora Matrix and Aurélie Dubois, are the Orly Talented. You guys should follow them on social media. That's a must. But when I was performing with them, I kind of was upset with myself for kind of putting on a performance when I didn't realize how much my soul took getting into drag and getting into the outfit and all of that. My soul took it a lot more seriously than my mind did. And because I wasn't checking with my mind, because I didn't realize what was going on with me, because I just was so out of it. And even I remember we had a company party this past year, and I was very female presenting. You know, my wig wasn't glued. I looked very ratchet, I will admit, but I was very female presenting, and I just wasn't comfortable. And like the whole time it just was so uncomfortable, and it never occurred to me then. But this past summer was very much my mind just breaking and it was a lot. Yeah, let me read. This past summer was a lot of my mind just breaking and life not making any sense, and a lot of my reality not making sense, and I was very scared and overwhelmed about what my future would be, because I knew I could live my life as a gay man, but I just wouldn't be happy in comparison to live my life woman. In comparison to live my life as a woman, I just wouldn't be I just wouldn't be as happy as I know I'd be. And especially with that thought in my mind, if I chose to continue to live my life as a gay man and just ignore these thoughts, it would make me so miserable, and I know it'd make me such a bitter person. And I know at the end of the day, I'm not that type of person. Like, I don't want to be angry. I don't want to make myself more miserable, because I want to make myself more mad, because why make myself more sad when there's so much shit in the world that already makes me miserable? Like, I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah. In all honesty, I'm scared, but I am also tremendously happy and have a tremendous amount of clarity of who I am as a person, and before I didn't have that. And I just want to say, like, this journey, whatever it's going to be in the future and whatever it is now, I know it's a part of me developing as a human, and it's a part of me becoming stronger, like, as a whole. Because I feel like for a while, I put up this front that I was strong, but I knew I wasn't. I knew there was so much going on with me. It's just weird to me that I didn't realize it before. But I also know that I don't have to have realized it before. A lot of stories for trans women and trans men are that they've known since they've been children. And I think I've always known that I've wanted to be feminine, but it never crossed my mind. And I guess I never had the vocabulary, I never had the understanding and the coherence to come to the conclusion that I am who I am, and I'm meant to be a woman, and I am a woman. And yeah, I'm a woman. I just want to thank everybody who's shown me support on social media and off of social media. I'm so lucky and so privileged to have such a safe group of people and safe group of friends around me. 1 second. Guys, I'm trying to record a video. Anyways. I'm so privileged to have a great support system around me, and just a great support system in my life. I'm so happy to have the family that I have, and I'm so happy to have the friends that I have, and the followers or the family that I have on social media. my mutuals that I have. I just want to say thank you to everybody for supporting me. And I know I'm not the most consistent person. I don't have everything together. I'm not put together, and I don't think anybody does, but I think it's important for me to share that on social media. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to be the best person I can be every day, and I think that's important. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but I just want to thank everybody for watching. If you made it to this video, thank you. Thank you, honestly. If you've made it to this video, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you. Honestly, having a voice and having a platform means the world to me. And the fact that I have like-minded people, and I've drawn an audience of like-minded people, and hopefully will continue to draw an audience of like-minded people to me, and we can change the world together for the better. We can change the industries we're in together. We can better ourselves together. We can grow together. That's all that I ask for. Whether this channel becomes strictly about makeup, whether it's just me giving advice, me talking about some heavy shit, I just want to thank you guys for listening and watching. Thank you guys for supporting me on this journey. And thank you. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I guess this is the part where I do a shameless plug. Follow me on my social medias, Miles B. Murray, on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Follow me, and if you want to talk about, like, here's the thing. Instagram, it's a lot of aesthetics, mainly, but Twitter, I'm like, I can be my raw self. Ew, raw. I can be my most authentic self on Twitter, and I can just be, we could just talk about some fucked up shit in the world. So come join me on Twitter if you enjoy slandering the human race. Follow me on Instagram, and watch for me on YouTube. I'm still trying to decide if I should delete all my old videos, because I'm trying to purge the old me out of my life, because I just wasn't proud of who I am before these past few weeks. I just haven't been proud of myself for a long time. And I just want to purge that identity out of my life. Not to purge it out of my mind, just purge it physically from my surroundings. So I'm in the process of altering clothes and making my clothes into more flattering, feminine forms, silhouettes, question mark? Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing some sewing. I'm gonna sew some skirts, and I'm just gonna sew a lot of stuff. Sew. I have a sewing class at school here, so I might as well teach myself how to actually sew. I'm thinking about doing some days in my life just to see how hectic my life is, even though that's not something to brag about, or like, not that my life is any harder than anybody else's, but I kind of want to do some like not daily vlogs. Oh hell to no. Some just like vlogs styles, maybe some full face days of me full face in makeup and watch my makeup melt off. Yeah, just a lot of craziness. I am a chaotic Gemini. I know I seem very calm right now, but child, I could be a lot. I could be a lot. So, put your seatbelts on. This is gonna be a bumpy ride, bitch. It's your favorite black girl, Miles. The best Gemini. Period. Honestly, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching.